Um, I know some things people will not watch and they'll put an end to this, but sometimes, um, with the information that's getting released, and for some people who's further into this, like much more powerful, like into the magic, if people would stop lying, tricking, conceiving, and conniving, when videos like this get posted, even if they decide to listen to it or watch it, they'll be able to read in between the lines sometimes. 'Cause sometimes their body, or even knowing who they are, figuring out who they are, if they come from a family of sidekicks and other things like that, and then you'll be able to see, put two and two together, especially if you went to college and went to school. And that's not the only way. It's many different ways. Some things are just natural, you know what I mean? And so some people don't go to school in this life, and it's not a bad thing. You don't have to go to school to be smart or to be like what some people's aim is not to. How you doing, Lawrence? Some people aim is in this life is not to necessarily be smart. That's not a bad thing. If you're not smart, you know what I mean. So sometimes our mindset is set on a certain type of life. It's just past a minute and 11 seconds when they said this part of life, and it could not have been that time. But if people stop lying and stuff, they'll be able to see the truth within the video, because when you lie, and they think it's the truth, it becomes part of their memory bank, their knowledge, and things start to connect, and trying to make sense of it, and it be something totally different. Then you start to get afraid when you see the truth within the video and you think it's fake. Um, and also things that we do in life, and it's not, that's when they go, they don't want to hear this, but it be the truth. Doing things we shouldn't do, lie, stealing, killing, manipulating, mess with somebody's mind frame, whether it's a lie or what they call, not for some, mental slavery. That's the curse sometimes. Like I said, with Shanika Anderson is a big blessing. Um, she's in this magical world where blessing and curses is happening, destiny, prophecy, all that. And so sometimes when things start out where there's judgment or all that is included, sometimes we got to go through before we get majorly blessed, or it's like pieces to this, you know what I mean? Different parts of life. And so realizing these things, part of life, you know what I mean? Stop lying, stop doing this to people, before we be subjected to mental slavery. Even though those things have been explained. That's why people don't listen to the stuff, and Shanika Anderson don't want this stuff posted. Um, she wouldn't want to speak of the bad, the devil, and Illuminati, or nothing like that, or even have those names coming out of her mouth, and that's probably judgment upon her. That's when people believe the video sometimes, because some people, be honest, we in this life where people will work out for pain, not work out for pain, but to get that nice body, we will go through pain. And that's when people look at Shanika Anderson like, if when they get to that level, and Shanika Anderson like, I don't want to go through pain. There's so many different ways just that this can get done. I don't have to be confined to a bed and having my face bloody or going through pain. And sometimes she has went through pain in this. And we looking at this movie about the Exorcist, and this is the stuff that we watch. You got to pay attention to the stuff that we watch and things that get reenacted. And sometimes the exorcism is not just about the devil and demons, and you have to look up the term of exorcism and actually study this stuff and get deep down into what a full-blown exorcism is. And sometimes maybe the terminology was misplaced, meaning sometimes the creator of things, let's bring it into our time so we can understand, because sometimes people go, wow, 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 right? So let's say you create something, right? Let's say a business, but let's say somebody tampered with your mind before you even created that business, and that's not how you would have done it. So sometimes that's what all that come into play, and they'll say it in such a way to where it become confusing or it feel invalid with everything else that's already in our mindset. And so looks like a ponytail, huh? And so Shanika Anderson has not touched her hair. She has not done anything with her hair. She has this crystal around her neck. It's not just about being Indian. Maybe what if her grandfather lied to her? What if Nikki got lied to? What if she's not black, white, and Indian? What if she's just African American, and African American people? It's like one thing they people all over people in the world. That's what say, Nikki, like, I'm not going retarded, nothing like that. That's something really happening, and maybe that's them doing something to me, to try to make me that way. And they say I sound like my sister a little bit. That's when they'll try to laugh and stuff. No, not my sister Nene, my sister Riri. Um, and so this is just to clear things up, and that's when this blockage or whatever come in her mind. That's where they put G, O, sometimes tell them to go, and then the D for God. And so Shanika has to feel how her body is under control, to where it's like, not under control is probably not the terminology. The terminology is important. Say the wrong terminology, becomes something else. Like saying Shanika, you hitting a spell, doing a spell, you want the money to go to Shanika, it ain't gonna go to Shanika. Real specific with it. But stuff is important. It's like something else was gonna be said, but the video about to end because it's about to come up on 5 minutes and 55 seconds. And now, later.